So first, let's jump into my favorite platform, which is Trading 212. Personally, I'm going to invest most of my money into Trading 212 this year because I love the interface. I also love the really low fees that they have. And don't get fooled by the name. Although it says Trading 212, it's actually really well catered in a really simplistic way for people to invest in ISAs. So even beginners can start to invest in Trading 212. They do have advanced tools such as charts, etc. So going through the app, you can map out if you want to draw your trend lines, add your SMAs, whatever you want to do. If you want to be an advanced trader, please feel free to use that functionality as well. But today I'm going to be talking to you about the stocks and shares ISA. The great thing with Trading 212 is it allows you to invest in a commission-free basis on many things such as company shares in both the UK, US, etc., ETF. It's a really great app that allows you to invest in a way that you want to do. And the great thing as well is you can set up regular investments. So through their pie features, you can set up a pie where you do regular investing into something that you want. So for example, if I go on here, you can see ready-made pies, which are ones that people are recommended. You can look at those, and if you like the look of it, invest in that. You can see what they're made up of, different funds, as you can see here. Or likewise, what I like to do is I build a custom pie. So you can go on here, add various things that you like. So for example, if you want to pick Apple, you can add Apple. If you want to go and add, I know, the Vanguard S&P 500, you can do so, etc. It's really great for making your own pie of what you want to invest in. So as you can see here, I've done Apple, Vanguard, and Microsoft. The great thing as well is you can actually see what the fees are. So if you go down to the bottom here, you look at the instrument details and you go on key information, it tells you everything about that fund. So you can see what the risk profile is, what the objectives of that fund are trying to do. Also the fees, as you can see here, really low fee of 0.07%. And that is Vanguard's fee. It's not Trading 212's. That is a really great thing. Also, if we go back to the app here and I go back to my pie, so you can see here by investing in those three different things, so Apple, S&P 500, Vanguard, and Microsoft, it's predicting an annual return of 20%, which is absolutely phenomenal. If I then go on to auto invest, so this is setting up an investment schedule that automates my investments. I can choose how many years I want to invest for. So let's say I'm looking to invest for 40 years. Let's go for the maximum. And I want to put in £100 a month with an initial deposit of £100. This is showing me, based on those stocks and that fund I've picked, future earning of a potentially 18.19. And this is based on historical performance of those shares and funds. But to me, I find this really exciting and really rewarding, and I absolutely love it. So I'm going to click on that so you can see here, you give it a name. So let's call it Dean's Fund. Go on there next. And then it just shows you what you're looking to do. The minimum investment that you'd have to make, £3.04. The initial deposit, what you're looking to do. So monthly, tens. There is also the way that you can actually adjust that. So rather than doing it monthly, you can change it to daily or weekly or every 2 weeks. Personally, I actually like to go on weekly and then do a Monday. Reason being is historically Mondays are supposed to be the lowest day of the stock market for the week. And also by doing it every week, you're really smoothing out the ups and downs. You can really do dollar cost averaging or pound cost averaging to really minimize the ups and downs and to smooth that trajectory, hopefully upwards for you. So really great. I love it. As you can see there, doing it £100 on a Monday has made it even higher. So really good. They do have a charge though. If you're looking to top up via a debit or credit card or Apple Pay, they do have a 0.07% fee. However, this can be mitigated by doing a direct bank transfer. And if you're buying anything in a foreign currency, so you're buying US stocks, for example, there is a 0.15% transaction fee. So that's a Forex transaction. But again, that is really low and really competitive. I probably haven't seen anything as low as that. So really good one. The other thing as well, if you've got a stocks and shares ISA and you're wanting to hold cash, currently they're giving you a 5.2% return daily on that. So it's compounded over a year, so it's 5.2%, but they do give a daily interest for holding your cash. The other thing as well is their app is really user-friendly. So as you saw on my screen, really intuitive, looks really cool. I want to show you as well the charts. They are pretty cool. So let me just go on the charts. I'll show you those. So if you want to be more advanced, then you can use charting. So I'm just going to go upload my charts now. So if you want to do, for example, look at a stock, and let's say we're going to look at NVIDIA, and you want to look at how the charts look, I'm just going to go on here, turn it around. And then if you want to be clever and draw trend lines, you can add a trend line here. So you can do like your trading, so trend line from there to there. Or if you want to add various indicators, you can do your SMAs, you can do various things here. So really good for both beginners that don't want to look at all of these kind of things. And also if you want to dabble and be a bit of a trader or do technical analysis, I know some people like doing that. Personally, I love doing it back in 2021. You can do so on the app. And that was actually what originally drew me to it. And I really love it. And therefore, I'd really recommend trading 212. You may ask, because the fees are so low, how they make money and how sustainable they are. The way I see it is because they have the CFDs, which means contract for differences, which is essentially a derivative trading. They make a lot of money via that, which then means that they can subsidize the stocks and shares ISA and also the regular investing platform. So it is commission free and there's very low fees. The next thing that I'd love to talk to you about today is also InvestEngine. So this is a relatively new platform, but it's growing extremely fast. It focuses purely on ETFs. So you don't have the ability to buy stocks, shares, etc. But what you do have is a really easy platform that allows you to invest in ETFs. So going back to my screen here. So here you can see, and this is my ISA that I've got. I've only set it up yesterday, so there's only £100 in there, and also got a £12 sign-on bonus, which was fantastic. But if you go onto here, you can see the different things you're able to invest in. So let's say we want to invest in the S&P 500. You can type that in and then see all of the different ETFs that are available to you. Clicking on those as well. So we go on this first one, you can see what the cost is. So you can see the total expense ratio for this one is 0.2%. It also talks you through what it's looking to do, the holdings it has to the different companies, which is great to see. And also you can see the regions that you're invested in and the sectors. Really good there. I really like it because it's so simple. If you want to invest in ETFs, which I highly recommend if you follow this channel, you know that it's my favorite investment vehicle for beginners and people to have a steady income and build their future wealth. ETFs are great. So as you can see there's lots of stuff. You can see different things. So you've got equities, bonds, and alternatives. If you go on those, you can see you can invest in gold, silver, gilts, etc. But also you can invest in bonds as well. So you can see here you've got various things that you can invest in. The great thing as well is they do have some ESG funds as well, so ESG trackers. So I know lots of you like ESG investing, you see it as a great thing, so you can also invest in ESG. The great thing around InvestEngine as well is they allow you to invest in ISAs, general investing accounts, as well as pensions. So you can have a self-invested pension plan with them as well. If that's an option you want to look into, you can go on there and do that. Again, have an app and a website, really easy to use. I signed up yesterday within a couple of minutes and I already love it. Like, I love trading 212, but InvestEngine is my second favorite platform right now, just because it's so easy and the transparency around the fees, what you're investing in and ETFs, etc. is fantastic. Another thing with them as well is you can do exactly what you did with trading 212. So you can invest in fractional shares. So again, allowing you to invest if you don't have enough money to buy one whole unit. And also it allows you to do that regular investing. So let's go back to the app again and I'll show you on my screen. If you want to invest, you can do, let's say we want to invest in this one here. You can go on here and you can see that the yield is typically 0.49%. It's ESG, it's hedged, and it's got a 0.13% expense. So essentially, it's costing you 0.13% per annum to hold that. The great thing is we can see your holdings again. You can look on key investor information. So similar to what we saw with trading 212. You can read into what the fund's doing, how much it costs, its risk profile, etc. Going back here again, you can also add it to your portfolio, and you can either create a new portfolio or you can add it to an existing one. The great thing as well, if you invest, you can do a savings plan or a lump sum. Personally, I love the savings plan, so we talked about this earlier, but you can do weekly, fortnightly, or monthly. If you want to do here, you can say that I want to invest weekly on a Monday, and I want to do £20. So every Monday, it's going to invest £20 of my money into that fund, which is absolutely fantastic. It makes it really effortless for you to invest in that, which is what you want, because when you make investing so simple that it just becomes second nature to you, you haven't actually got to do something, this is when you build your true wealth. The one thing I would say about InvestEngine is because they're in that scale up phase, they're not yet profitable. So they're currently backed by a wealthy founder and they are doing fundraising to raise money. But they also do make a bit of money if you go in a managed fund with them. So they do offer you the ability to invest in a managed fund at a 0.25%. So again, very cheap. What they're essentially doing is they're picking various ETFs for you so that you don't have to do that yourself. But as I say, I don't think they're currently profitable. They've obviously got a lot of back in. They are trying to scale quite significantly. In the future, they may change their funding model. We did see this with Free Trade and a few others. But for now, extremely cheap investing in ETFs in a way that's protected in a tax wrapper. So again, I've got a lot of time for InvestEngine, and I'm personally going to be using them a lot this year. The last platform I want to talk to you about today is Hargreaves Lansdown. And this was the first platform that I ever invested in. It's absolutely fantastic because it's one of the biggest platforms in the UK. Has over 1.1 million clients with a net worth invested of 142 billion. So it's a well-established brand with lots of backing, and obviously because they're quite profitable, they have high fees. I can't see them going anywhere. However, personally, I won't be investing in them this year just because their fees are so high versus Trading 212 and also InvestEngine. With that said, if you are new to investing or you've got a lot of money and you want to make sure you're investing with someone really reputable, I would recommend investing with Hargreaves Lansdown. Look at their wealth fund list because this is funds that they recommend to be the highest performing. I used to always do that, and I made quite a lot of money investing via their Wealth 50 funds in the past. But as I say, now because I understand a lot more about the stock market, what I want to do, minimizing fees and the impact that can have, I'm personally not going to be investing in them anymore. If you do want to sign up, there are a couple of options you have to get a free share. So with Trading 212, I have a link in the description. If you want to use that, you'll get a free share. I'll get a free share. Entirely up to you, but there's no harm in doing so. Also with InvestEngine, there's a link that you can get up to £50 as a referral bonus by also using the link that I provide in the description.